final question, then we're going to get off this topic. Can the Celtics reach their potential this year and ultimately make the NBA?
They'll be fine.
They'll be good.
Yes.
Okay. It's better to have these problems now.
Exactly.
Than April.
And you know what frustrates me the most? When we were saying that in October, I was like, I'm not going to be saying this in November. And then when I was saying it in November, I was like, there's no way I'm going to say it in December. And we didn't have any shows in December, so I didn't have to say it out loud. But I was sitting here thinking, I was like, when the show comes back, I'm not going to have to keep saying this.
Now it's January, yeah.
And now it's January. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to have to say this after the All-Star game.
Middle of January.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, Celtics? Right, Kyrie? Anyway.
That was a good topic.
That's it on the Rockets and the Celtics. We think both of them will be okay-ish. The Rockets are not going to reach their potential.
Less much.
Yeah.
The Rockets are going to have a fail of a season. Like, it's just what it is. Yeah. Okay? It's just what it is. We think the Celtics are going to rebound. We'll see how far they can build it up. Now, I'm super excited for this next topic. Moving into the third quarter, there have been 2 returns for votes on All-Star Game. Okay? And we're going to talk about those results and like how those results are and like if we're okay with those results in a couple places. And then at the end of the quarter, we're going to give our picks for who we think the starting lineup should be. Okay, starting with the Western front court. Leading it, you have LeBron, Luka, Paul George, Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis. Those are the top 5. Mm-hmm. In order, again, that was LeBron, Luka, Paul George, Kevin Durant, and Anthony Davis. I've got a question. Can I answer the question?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Should Luka be where he is? Should Luka be starting the All-Star game?
I don't think he should be second, but I think you do need to understand, David, the popularity that Luka has because he is like, remember we talked about this earlier in the season. We were talking about there's a difference between players that are like good and then box office. Mm-hmm. Luka is box office. Let that sink in for a second. That man is box office.
Wait.
Like, you go to the game to see Luka Doncic.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
He is there. He is there.
I'm not disagreeing with this. This box office thing. Oh God, I remember that conversation.
You remember that? He is box office. So
are you saying he's like up in that MVP level though, or are you separating box office from
different?
Understood.
I'm saying since he's box office, then people want to see him in an All-Star game.
I understand.
Which is why I think he's so high on the list.
Can I ask a counter question?
Yeah.
Is he more box office than Anthony Davis? Is he more box office than Kevin Durant?
You ready for this? As of right now, I think.
Is it because he's the 19-year-old?
I'm struggling to get this out of my mouth. He's more box office right now than Anthony Davis.
Well, that's because of the team that's. Well, that doesn't make sense.
I'm just saying.
Well,
I'm saying right now. You gotta remember, the NBA fan audience is young, right? Mm-hmm. They are quick to forget. You know, they see a new thing and they go towards it. Luka is the box office thing right now. Behind LeBron, Steph, James Harden, and Giannis. Yeah. He's kind of that next box office guy, man. I'm sorry.
So, I mean, I'm biased, so obviously.
I hate to admit it.
But you don't think he should be starting?
No? Well, he's box office, man.
But he's not an MVP level.
Bro, look, so it's an all-star game. So
that's what I'm saying. There's a difference between.
There's a difference between just overall, greatest, best players.
I understand.
But this is an all-star game. Have you seen Luka's?
Yes, I have.
Have you seen him?
I have. Now, ultimately what it comes down to is that you're pointing out the difference between the All-Star game and the All-NBA team.
Exactly.
That's exactly what it is.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And it's fan votes.
On the All-NBA team, Luka won't be first team.
No.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
That totally makes sense.
But dude, Luka's
but now I will say, do I think he's better than Paul George or Kevin Durant as far as top 5? No. Do I think he belongs in the top 5?
Yeah. I mean, after those names, Steven Adams, now Nikola Jokic, I think should be a little higher.
Yes, he should. Yes, he should.
Kyle Kuzma shouldn't be on that list. Draymond Green shouldn't be on the list. And I have a next question. Are we done with Luka?
Yeah, that's
okay. The 10th player on the Western front court is DeMarcus Cousins. Can you tell me how many minutes he's played?
0.
Okay, cool. How do you feel
Are you talking
about
practice or in the real game?
practice? Or a real game?
Practice, he played.
They say he's been balling in practice. They have literally talked about. Now we know what that means, but
Why are we talking
I'm
about
just saying.
practice? We're talking about practice.
Playoffs.
Not a
practice.
game. Not a game.
Not a game.
Not a game.
Okay, but yeah, go ahead.
Oh man. Okay.
0 minutes.
How do we feel about players that haven't played being voted into the All-Star game?
This has been a problem for a long time.
What's the solution to this problem then? You make them ineligible if you haven't played
So many games? Yes.
I like
yes,
that.
you do.
I like that rule.
Yes, you do. Which is what should happen in the MVP as well. If you haven't played so many games, you should not.
And
be
that should
eligible.
be much higher.
Yes.
Oh!
I like that.
I've said
like
this
that.
for years.
And you know what I also
I've
say
said
about
it
the
for
All-Star
years.
game to make it more competitive? They should do how they do in baseball. So baseball, the All-Star game, the winner of the All-Star game gets home field advantage.
Whoa.
I love it.
Well, but see, last year they split the conference thing.
That's true, but I'm saying they should go back to the East West, and then to make it, because the All-Star game, it doesn't get competitive to the
Give
fourth
them a
quarter.
bonus. Give them a money bonus.
No, the winner of the All-Star game gets
Let me say
home
this,
court
especially
advantage.
this year, the East versus the West. That would be a
Exactly.
great game this year.
So imagine,
Absolutely great game. Giannis and Embiid giving them the business.
Yes. Come on. Just
Lord,
think of
have
that.
mercy.
Think of the East
That would be
versus
box
West.
office right there.
And then they're
Cool.
like, okay. I mean, obviously, if it's somebody like Devin Booker, if he makes the All-Star team, he's not gonna be like, it doesn't matter. But somebody like LeBron,
No. They're gonna care. I mean, because that's Western Conference pride.
that's true.
They're gonna go after that.
That's
that
true.
point.
But Steph Curry's gonna be invested in that. Russell Westbrook, LeBron.
That's crazy.
Harden. That would be
That
that
that's
game.
an
If they
idea.
did East versus West this year, that would be
NBA.com.
man.
Well, no, like East versus West, and whoever wins it hosts or gets home court in the NBA Finals. That's wild.
I'm on to something.
Okay,
But you know what? I think the sad
Adam
part about
Silver.
that is that wouldn't work every year.
Yes, it would. Yes,
I
it
don't-
would.
I don't think
yes,
it would work every year,
Yes,
man.
it would.
No.
It doesn't matter.
I think it works this year.
No. When it comes down to All-Star game, it's not gonna matter.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you what it wouldn't have worked last year. Would home court advantage have helped Cleveland win the championship last year? No.
Well, no, not at all.
Not at all.
But nothing.
It wouldn't
would-
have mattered.
But exactly. But I still think that like this year it will matter.
That's what I'm. That's why I said this year that works.
But it wouldn't matter one way or another last year.
Oh, I thought last year when they picked the teams, I thought that was great,
No,
man.
because
Yeah,
listen,
I like it. I like
loved
that.
it.
No,
But I'm just
listen.
saying, as far as the competitive nature, because.
I hear you.
But go ahead.
we're talking about how it would matter more this year when LeBron went from East to West. Like, I don't know what my point was, but I had one.
Oh,
Well,
man.
let's talk about the Western Guards since
go,
I just
man.
forgot my
You're good,
point.
man. Let's go.
So the Western Guards top 5: Steph, Derrick Rose, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and Klay Thompson.
Comeback player of the year, man.
Yes.
Who? Sorry.
He's
I,
who?
I
Come on, man.
I forgot what name I said.
Derrick
I've got a
Rose.
question. Derrick Rose is currently above James Harden, Russell Westbrook. Thoughts?
He should be above Westbrook.
Oh,
I'll say it.
Harden?
I'll say it.
Yeah.
I'll say it. I think he should be above Westbrook because I think Westbrook's shooting woes have been.
But he's still averaging a triple double.
He shouldn't be above Harden.
But hey, to your point about NBA fans being young, they just want to see those stats. Russell Westbrook's putting up those stats.
let me say this. When's the last time you watched a whole Thunder game and just watched Russell Westbrook play the game? It's like one of the ugliest triple doubles I've ever seen watching the game of basketball. It is ugly, man. Okay, so is this going back to the? I'm gonna bring this up right now. Is this going back to your boy
totally
Ben
joking.
Simmons? Is this going back to Ben Simmons where a triple double is a triple double?
Man, if Ben Simmons can manage to score 10 points in a game, I'm impressed.
Oh, wow.
Oh, come on. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Sorry. I had to go
That
there.
that was uncalled for.
Help me understand why Derrick Rose. I mean, I understand. Obviously, we understand why Derrick Rose is
Derrick Rose is a
second
good baller.
because he's been playing his mind out.
Yes.
He shouldn't. Go, I'm sorry.
No,
please
I
go
was
ahead.
going to say, so was this released before Harden went on his little tear?
This was last week.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. But he's, what,
Harden should be
300,000?
above him.
Yeah, Harden should be above him.
Period. I think there's an argument where I would put him above Westbrook, but I can understand if you put him right below. I think Clay's been too inconsistent this year.
Yeah, Clay shouldn't be up there. The one player that I like, I think Damian Lillard should be a little higher on that list. Damian Lillard's been playing really well. Not too much higher. Maybe right where he is. Maybe higher than, I don't know.
I think it's about right, man.
Lonzo Ball
shouldn't be on this
Lonzo
list.
should not be on the list. Oh Lord, he should not be on the list. Chris Paul.
Okay, let's jump over to the other side.
Let's go, man.
The Eastern front court. Okay, the top 5 are Giannis Antetokounmpo, Kawhi Leonard, Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, and Jimmy Butler.
That's 5 assassins.
I've got a couple questions.
Okay.
Is the Eastern front court the easiest to pick the 3 starters out of?
Yes.
Antetokounmpo, Kawhi Leonard, and Joel Embiid.
That's
3 MVP candidates.
Lord have mercy.
That's wild.
Man.
Okay, I've got a couple follow-up questions.
Okay.
How do you feel about Jason Tatum being in the All-Star game?
He should be there.
Yeah. Not starting.
Not starting. Absolutely not.
But as a bench player, I don't mind it. Would I take him above Gordon Hayward? Yes. Would I take him above Vince Carter? Which is hilarious.
Vince Carter, you know why.
You said that name and I was like, he's on there?
Yeah, it was just hilarious. Yes. Would I take him above Blake Griffin? Yes, I would.
I don't disagree.
Blake Griffin had a couple
points
a season where he exploded, but I thought you were going to differ. He exploded, but he hasn't been. He's really come down to earth, man.
Who are we talking about again?
The guy that jumped over the car. That guy.
No. We're talking about Jason Tatum?
Oh, we're talking about Tatum.
And you thought I was going to defer?
No, I'm just saying. He definitely deserves.
Tell me more players that you would take.
He deserves to be where he's at. I'm curious if Horford had been healthy, how higher Horford would have been in that mix.
I don't think he would be, because like you said, this is a popularity thing, right? And Jason Tatum is the new thing, right? He's the new thing in Boston, and Boston's doing really well.
Yeah.
I've got one more question, and this is one that's going to spark some conversation.
Go ahead, man.
Last year, 2018, Jimmy Butler was selected to the All-Star game, okay? And had been facing injuries throughout the year, as a lot of players do. But kept his spot in the All-Star game. And the night of the All-Star game chose not to play. And took a did not play. And then this year, he's currently 5th. What? I don't want to lead this anywhere. I know what y'all are going to say. What do you think about that? Like, is it just nothing? Like,
what
do you think about last year? Him deciding the night of to not play.
He had issues with his knee all last year.
I understand that.
Come on,
but
man.
How many players get selected to the All-Star game? Last year, DeMarcus Cousins was selected to the All-Star game, got injured, his spot got given to somebody else. Someone else that was wanting to play. These players want to play in the All-Star game, but Jimmy Butler took this spot and then didn't play.
Let me ask you a question. If Jason Tatum, let's say God forbid, if he had an injury, right, and something like a hamstring or something like that where it could come up, right, it could just happen. Would you risk him and playing him in the All-Star game knowing that he could get injured again, injure his hamstring, and be out for a month?
I just feel like if you're injured, you give up your spot.
Okay.
That's my thing. If you're injured,
maybe it was a game time decision kind of thing though. Where he was like, I just want to see if I'm gonna feel good, and then the day of the game happened. He said, I can't go. What's wrong with that? That happens in basketball all the time.
It's Jimmy Butler.
I knew it.
That's what it is.
I knew you were going to do that. I knew it. I was waiting for you to say that. I knew it.
No, you know
what's with you and Jimmy Butler, man?
That's not what he was thinking.
What are you talking about? He knows his knee. He just knew that his knee was going to be hurting.
Yep. He just didn't play.
Oh, my Lord. That is ridiculous.
You know what? I don't think he should be eligible to play in the All-Star game.
Because he didn't play last year?
Yep.
That is...
Because he took a spot. Lord. I think he should be off this list. I don't think he should be eligible to play in the All-Star game.
Wait. Hang on. Are you telling me he's not playing at an All-Star game level? Jimmy Butler?
I mean, maybe.
No, maybe! Oh, my!
Wait. No, stop. Well, give me a second. Because you're absolutely right. Because Blake Griffin, Vince Carter, and other people like that are on this list. I mean, yeah, sure, he's playing around that level.
The fact that even a maybe came out of your mouth, you should be drug tested right now. What is? I can't believe. God, what is with you and Jimmy Butler, man?
Dude.
Golly.
Now, I will tell you that I did not come up with these thoughts of him not being on the All-Star team on my own. I heard a debate about this a week ago or so, or 2 weeks ago maybe.
That's
the radio.
blasphemous.
Can we move on?
He definitely deserves to be in the NBA.
I agree with it.
I can't. Go ahead.
So let's talk about the Eastern guards. Okay, top 5 Eastern guards: Kyrie, Dwayne Wade, Kemba Walker, Ben Simmons, and Victor Oladipo are the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
My questions are Dwayne Wade in his what's he calling it?
Swan song.
His swan song season. Ooh, that's hard.
Yeah.
In his swan song season, is second in voting.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts?
That's the reason why he's second.
That's exactly it. And
It's
plus,
the same reason Vince Carter shows up on the other side.
right. Plus, y'all, you're starting to see this more and more. The NBA is starting to get what fans want, and let's just call this what this is. Maybe fans want him in the game,
right? Because it's Dwayne Wade,
right?
A Hall of Famer in all time.
Right.
Why is Dirk not here? For the exact same reason.
Go ahead. I already know. I think we're gonna say the same thing. So you go ahead.
And I know what I'm gonna say to it. So go ahead.
I think we're all about to say the same thing.
No, go ahead and say it because I have a counter to it.
Oh man, I'm about to get emotional.
I already know. I'll say it for him. He's my brother. I'll say it for him. Man, have you seen Dirk play?
I haven't seen DeMarcus Cousins play yet.
No. I know. I'm talking about. I can't believe I'm saying this. I almost don't want Dirk. I want him to stop playing because watching him play, it's hard to watch.
Yes,
it's not like Dwayne Wade where every now and then he can turn back the clock and you're like, oh man, that was nice. I don't want to see Dirk get on the court.
And I don't think Dwayne Wade wants to play in the game. I think Dwayne Wade would. I think he would rather rest or go home with his new kid.
I think he would play. I think he would give it one last shot and be like, yeah, I'm gonna turn back the clock tonight. This is my night. Yeah. But with Dirk, there is that boat is gone. Yeah. He is gone. He is gone. He cannot run down the court.
Now I've got two other issues with Dwayne Wade being in the starting lineup for the All-Star game. Okay. The game is in Charlotte. Okay. Kemba Walker is third. I think that'd be really cool to have Kemba Walker starting the All-Star game in his town.
I'll say this period. I think Kemba Walker should be second just because he's played.
And he's played great
well this year.
He's played great. Now, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that because Kyle Lowry has also played really great this year.
Not Kemba Walker's level though. Kemba Walker's been.
That's what I'm saying. I would put Kyle Lowry third.
Video game level
for me. I'll put him third.
Kyle Lowry was leading the league in assists for the first 2 months.
I agree.
Kyle Lowry's been. Kyle Lowry's on the better team.
Right, but you got Kawhi Leonard on your team too. Kemba Walker has.
I'm not going to super argue.
Who does Kemba Walker have?
Right.
Name a player.
He got Bismack Biyombo. He got Miles Bridges.
I'm not super.
The other guard that he has playing with him that starts.
Malik Monk.
Monk, yeah.
You got Kawhi Leonard on your team.
And you have a nice supporting cast with the Raptors.
So here's my question. In the Western Conference, Jeremy, who are you picking for the Western front court?
Are we assuming LeBron injured?
No. We're assuming everybody's healthy. That's not fair to say.
Okay, so guards is going to be...
No, front court.
Front court
just
first.
Starters.
I just want to know your 3 front court starters. That's all I want to know right now. Don't tell me about the guards.
All right, give me Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and Luka Doncic.
Wow.
That's who you would put in the...
Yep.
Okay. Lamar?
Starting the game?
Lamar, who are your Western front court starters?
Give me LeBron James. Give me Anthony Davis.
Okay, so you both had those.
Ready for this? Give me Paul George.
Okay. And for me, give me LeBron. Give me Paul George.
You say Kevin Durant. I'm about to lose my. I'm about to lose my mind. I'm about to lose it.
And give me Nikola Jokic. Yep.
You know what? You might actually have an argument there.
I can't argue.
But he's been only coming on late. He didn't start as hot.
You were incorrect.
Really?
You were incorrect.
You don't think he didn't start hot?
Listen, he has not had. He has become hotter. He started the season pretty good.
Starter in the.
The Denver Nuggets are first.
As I told you, I tried to tell you what was going to happen.
But why?
Catch some hot L's in Denver.
Why are they first?
Because you're gonna catch some hot L's in Denver.
And because of Jokic.
Well, yes, but I'm saying it's not just him.
All season.
But wait.
All season.
Hang on. But same thing we were talking about earlier with other players being with what's his name, Kyle Lowry. You talking about some players, man. Jamal Murray ain't no slouch.
No.
Paul Millsap still is no slouch. You got Miles Plumlee coming off the bench. He's got some good pieces, man, to work with. He's not like he ain't playing with scrubs. Now he is playing well. He needs to go to the All-Star game.
Right.
But I'm just
I'm picking Anthony Davis though.
He's been balling.
The starting front court for
He got no help.
The starting front court for 17-16 hoops is LeBron James, is Paul George, is Anthony Davis.
Okay.
Western guards, Lamar. Who you get? Give me two.
And I really want to say Derrick Rose, but I can't. Steph Curry and James Harden, easy.
Lonzo Ball. No, I'm just kidding.
So I was no, come on, man.
No, I'm gonna go same. Steph Curry, James Harden.
You can't go with anybody.
Steph, James Harden.
Yeah, you can't argue with that.
Okay, so starting guards in the West.
And for all these millennials that want to say Westbrook, stop right now. Stop it. Sorry. Okay, go on.
All right. Eastern front court, Jeremy.
Pascal Siakam, Vince Carter, and Blake Griffin.
Oh my gosh.
I'm joking. Okay, all right. I mean, that's the order right there. Giannis, Kawhi, Joel Embiid.
It's unanimous. We don't need to talk about it. Giannis, Kawhi, Joel Embiid. Guards, Lamar, give it to me.
Ooh. Give me Kyrie and Kemba.
Give me Jeremy Lin. And I'm joking. Okay. All right, same thing. Kyrie, Kemba.
Let me ask you this before we, because I think I already know what you're gonna say. But how far is Ben Simmons for you? I just gotta ask. How far down does Ben Simmons go for you? Yes. How far down does Ben Simmons go for you?
Kyrie, Kemba. There's your answer to that.
Okay.
Kyle Lowry.
Okay.
Victor Oladipo.
Okay. Even with his games missed,
Okay.
Oladipo.
Mm-hmm. I still think he's the better player. And then Ben Simmons.
Okay. I was about to say, you go any further, I'm like...
He can't go lower than fifth, man.
Ben Simmons would be fifth. It really wouldn't be too much. I wouldn't have Dwayne Wade in my top five voting right now. He just hasn't had that season. It's no disrespect for him.
Right.
He's the best player all time on this list. No disrespect to him. He just doesn't, these other players are having great seasons. And, we're putting, and I get it, it's a fan game. Mm-hmm. For me, as a fan, I want to reward these players that are having the best seasons. So, yep. The starting lineup, the starting East guards are Kyrie and Kemba from us. So the only ones that we had any differing on was the Western front court. That's kind of interesting. Otherwise, we were unanimous.
Some good players, man.
Now, here in a couple weeks, we're going to talk about the reserves that we should have. So that'll be a lot of fun. Nice. So we'll get to do some more. We'll get to go a little deeper into each position. That'll be exciting. Mm-hmm. So that's our third quarter. Lots of fun conversation. Let's move on. It is the mid-season. We're about 41 to 43 games in for most teams. I want to talk about the mid-season awards. And we're going to start off right with the big one. MVP. Who's your MVP so far? Lamar.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo.
I always mess up.
Greek Freak.
Greek Freak. Yeah. I'm sorry.